The sun offers little heat this morning near the remote northern community of Savant Lake. It's minus 22, minus 30 with the wind chill. So when did you start this?
I started this last August.
Still, Darlene Necan is determined to show me her home.
That's how I usually get up.
Or at least she says that's what it's supposed to be. It's barely the size of most people's living rooms, but it's hers.
And this is what I always dreamed of, to have my own shelter, to support myself. And this is it. That's all I got.
With donated materials and help, she started building on the land she grew up on, not far from traditional trap lines.
Over here, right where the brush is, that's where our house was. And these houses, they weren't as big as this, maybe half the size,
right.
But we managed to all fit in there. There was at least used to be 10 of us at the time.
Her parents raised them all with no running water or electricity. Until he was injured, her father worked for the railway. They all lived on this land together.
I'm thinking, like, what's the big deal? Like, all I'm doing is trying to live where we've lived before. That was my thinking, and you know, I don't have money to go buy property anywhere else. So I figured, well, this is it here.
She's been homeless now for several years.
Bonjour.
A downward spiral that began when her 20-year-old son committed suicide back in 2003.
Because she was the one that looked after.
Unable to find work, she's been relying on the kindness of friends and relatives for a place to stay.
I don't eat every day. I will sometimes eat once a day, or I'll eat every second day. That's just because I don't want to go to other people's houses and eat, because I know they struggle to feed their families too. So having me as an extra mouse, no, I won't do that. I'll try to stay away.
The little house was supposed to be a way to turn things around, but instead the Ontario Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry handed her a stop work order, saying it's Crown land, she has no permit, and now she potentially faces tens of thousands of dollars in fines.
They say everything here is Crown land, and then we're thinking, where do we fit in? Where do we fit in our own land? You know, and that I've always asked that too, like, what do you guys want us to do? What is it you guys want from us?
Her own reserve is 20 kilometers away, but she doesn't get along with the chief, and so she's not welcome there. Others are in the same situation. 3 years ago, she helped a 74-year-old elder who was living nearby in an old chicken coop build a small house.
She was freezing up there.
Yeah, her toes got frostbitten. Nobody should have to live like this at her age, regardless of her situation and what she does.
But when she tried to do the same thing for herself, she was charged. The ministry says it offered to let her buy the land.
Why would I buy land where we grew up all our lives? And, you know, and they want money for us to live on our land, and then we do something against them, they charge us money anyway. You know? So where do we stand on this? That really blows me away how the system is like that.
Her situation has attracted attention in what she calls the big city. Recently, over 200 people attended a fundraiser for her defense in Toronto. Online, people show their support. Crystal Sinclair was an organizer.
I admire and respect Darlene and that community for taking that stand, and people support her.
This is a woman who should be getting a medal. This is a woman who should be recognized as a hero, not somebody that we should be putting in jail.
Steve Watson and dozens of others have now written Premier Kathleen Wynne, asking her to intervene.
These charges should be dropped. Anybody with any sense would recognize the situation is unjust and would intervene and bring this to an end.
been a long time when we actually sat around with our...
Darlene is grateful for the help, but at 55, she worries about the future, about what's coming next.
Yeah, it's been hard. It's not easy living like this. I'm frustrated. I'm always at the edge of my tears. That's pretty well what it boils down to most times.
You're gonna make that into a stove, eh?
Yeah.
While she waits for her court date, she also worries that what she has managed to build is being damaged by the weather. She says she doesn't want charity, she doesn't even want running water or electricity. All she wants is a roof over her head and a chance to make it on her own.
So it's gonna be a long winter.
Yeah, depending where I'm gonna stay, I guess. I need a home, right?
Red Sharon, CBC News, near Savant Lake, Ontario.